In this Beat the Meta, we get stuck between an F-Type and a Mustang, and we decide to take our little Porsche for a bit of a spin. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Beat the Meta, where as you can see, we are in the Porsche Cayman GT4. And you're probably like, Tidge, how do you know what the meta is? Well, we don't fully know yet. A lot of people are testing different cars out, but the key ones at the top of the leaderboard are the F-Type. The F-Type is at the top of the leaderboard, and as you'll find throughout this race or series of races, the Silvia is up there as well. A few other different cars in there. Some of the FFs are still quite strong. The Audi TT, not so much, but here we go in the Porsche as we overtake a Swift there who decided not to start there. Ayrton Lewis. No idea why. Anyway, into the right-hander we go. This Porsche was nowhere to be seen in the top 100, so I was like, ha-ha! Here's the car I'm going to try out as we go down the inside of the Audi TT then as we get it stopped. They did go for the defense there, but it's a little too late for them to actually defend there. And I got down the inside as we advance towards the fast right-hander then on the Brands Hatch GP section. Yes, we're at Brands Hatch. We've got a beautiful return there from Chest_33. We've got Super Stu off meeting Barrier there. So we're gaining positions left, right, and centre here as we continue on down the hill and up. Now, you're probably going, Tidge, there was no A+ in this. No, there wasn't. We can still do our last to first challenge in this first race. There will be A+ in future races, trust me. Remember, for Beat the Meta, we have to have at least one A+ driver in there for it to count as we head in towards the right-hander. There's a bit of contact there between Drew and Tonster. We're going to go down the hill then. And where can we go here? I was trying for a most maneuver, not quite, so I just have to back out of this and just hope for the best here as Drew goes down the inside of the Mustang then. And Mustang dressed up as a NASCAR there. I'm not sure whether that's an official NASCAR livery or not as we go into that left-hander then. Through we go. We get a beautiful run out of there. A little bit of oversteer in this Porsche. Porsche drives really nice with these new physics, I do have to say. It really drove very nicely. A bit weird oversteer. Oh, we got a bit of contact there between the two. Look at that for a Moses maneuver. I tried one earlier. I'll do one now there. Look at that. Between the two of the contacts, we take those P9. But I was about to say the physics in this Porsche feels very good. There's some weird exceptions with weird bumps over curbs. But I'm going to experience that at Brands Hatch anyway, aren't I? But up into P9 we go here. Plenty of action still to go in this race. And that's what we're after here as we go into this right-hander. And it's that curb in particular which does play a part in some oversteer. So we're going to continue on through here. The Peugeot RC dead there with a penalty. So I was like, excellent. I'm going to get another position here, aren't I? As we go down the inside in towards the braking zone. No, we're not. And we're actually going to see how fast this Peugeot RCZ actually is now, because that car is still rapido on a straight line. And this track, to be fair, is a fairly quick circuit as we continue on across start-finish line. Then towards turn one we go. And down Paddock Hill bend. That Silvia very close behind me here, Drew. So I go defensive here. I do not want Drew overtaking me as we head into the braking zone. They're going to try on the outside potentially here. Are they going to do it? Oh, no, not quite there as we continue on through then. Still in P9. The reverse curse, as we used to call it. Through the left we go then of Graham Hill out the other side. That curve there is a bit iffy, I've got to say, in this Porsche. It is iffy indeed as we look. Oh, we have a bit of nose there down at Mykos as we go through the left-hander. Look at the run we get here. Here we go, folks. We've got a run on the Peugeot RCZ, although we don't. Because look at the speed of that thing. It's accelerating way. You saw the increase in speed, the exit speed we had over that thing. But yeah, towards the end of the straight there, it's just pulling away from us as Mykos goes, oh, a little bit deep there. Going to stay on the circuit though. We've got Drew right behind us here. I'm going to defend in towards this right-hander as we go through that corner. And we keep P9 for now then. What we'll do is advance towards turn one as it stays status quo. Into turn one we go. And Mykos. Whoever you are, you go into Narnia there, into the gravel trap. We take that PH. Now, we've got two Megane trophies up next. Now, Megane trophies are a little bit different in terms of car because they're quite slow in a straight line usually, or they used to be at least anyway. Let's see what we can do versus these two drivers. We've got Carrot Monster 88. Yeah, those carrots are serious monsters. And we've also got Lion as well. Oh, who's this? Also got Silvia appeared from nowhere there with a 0.5 penalty. Going to go down the outside of Danielle. And as we go through the... Oh! Now, that was a scary move because I don't know that driver. And I was like, am I going to get punted to Narnia? Or I'm going to survive this with an epic overtake. Turned out to be an epic overtake in the end as we go through that left-hander. Now, we do have these Renault Meganes representing those Williams liveries. I think, oh no, Renault Williams liveries, I think, are they? I don't know now. I've said it, and now I'm going to keep with it. Through the right-hander we go then. And let's see what we can do versus these two. As these two are having a right ding-dong battle here as we head towards that start-finish line to start the final lap of this first race then. In towards turn 1 we go, slowing the car down. Cat Monster goes a little bit deep here. Going to look down the inside then if we can. We drop to third just to get on the inside here a little bit. Heading towards Druidson. In we go, and we just get it done here. Happy days. P6. Our favourite position of them all. Also Steve's here as we catch up to Lion then. Can we get Lion on this van? Like, get up into P5 as we continue on through. We've got a brilliant run here. Looking down the inside of Lion then in towards the braking zone. Turn in, and the car decides to oversteer, and we go for a little spin there as we spin right round, baby. Right round indeed, as we look to get back on track. I wish I could put that song actually in there at that time, but I can't because of copyright. Hey, I don't make the rules here. Anyway, we continue on here. We've got the RCZ coming up really quickly. They just misunderstand that whole situation, and they go back meeting, or go back to Narnia there as we go. They actually leave the race there. Wow, I'm not sure why you left the race. Oh, no! Losing the rear end. Super Shoe goes clean on by up into P11. We drop down to P12. And that is the end of the first race there. Silvia taking the victory. And yeah, we finished all the way down in P12. Not the greatest of races. We did have a good race there up until that curb decided to send us left. Right, we did a bit of a quali session, and we got up into 129.3, and we have some A pluses here, finally, so we can get into the race action. So we jump straight into Graham Hill lap 1 here. Skipped a bit of that rolling start then, as we continue on through. We've got lots of racing in the Supra. I nearly chose that car, actually. Supra was my, literal choice. I was like, no, it's in the top 100. I'm going to go for something else, and that's to say I went for the Porsche as we continue on through. That 129.3 puts me in the top 100, believe it or not. I'm the highest Porsche GT4 car up there now, as we continue on the straight here then, looking towards the inside. You can see here the Porsche just struggling with that top end speed, just can't get there really, doesn't have enough revs to get there as we go through that right hander. We do have a Silvia behind us as well. That is a very strong car here, a very strong car as we go into that right then. Through we go, bit of oversteer from everybody up ahead through Dingle Dell then up towards this right hander, and making sure we don't cut it too much. Penalties galore there, as we've seen already. In towards the left. Oh, Lust was having a look at Galty there in the F-type. Doesn't quite work out there. They settle back in line. And I want to get past both of these. I want to go for the victory here. Imagine getting it in 2 races. That would be nice indeed. As we go into the right. Look how close we are to Lust racing, and through the right we go. Not quite going to have the run. And we know that Supra is a little bit quicker. We saw that earlier on in the lap. So what can we do then as we head towards turn 1? If we go for a nice little cutback maybe in towards breakdown. No, they launch it down inside. Oh, Galty, there's a slight tap between the two as we go through then. We're going to get towards the inside here. Try and follow. Oh, looks like there's a penalty there. Shortcut penalty for going on the grass after that contact. A little bit of contact behind as well. Up into P3 we go, and we know we should get P2 as long as we stay with Lust here as we head down into Graham Hill for the second time of asking through. There we go. Oh, Lust is on the very edge there. The very, very, very edge as we head towards the long left then. Then it's just straight. Now, I don't really want to overtake that. I don't want to cause any issues here. I don't want to slow myself down at all really here. I just want the position. Anyway, we advance towards where the penalty should be taken here. In towards the left we go. And I don't want the same situation as the Peugeot to happen either here. So we're going to get towards that penalty line then. 0.5 is going to be taken. I'm like, oh, where do I go here? I'm going to try through them. And then I sort of give them room. There's a slight tap between us both there. Continue on through here. Do we keep the position? We do indeed. We've got Galty coming up very quickly in that F-type then. We're up into P2. 3.5 seconds off P1. That's a lot to get in very little time here. As we've got 3 laps left then. In towards the right-hander we go. Down Paddock Hill, and looks like we've got that done and dusted. We've advanced towards the final lap then, and we finished in P2. 3.8 seconds. We didn't lose too much there to classified, but you know, a couple of A pluses there. Down in P12 is Galty. Not sure what happened to them in the long run, but Beat the Meta is currently on then. So we advance to the 4th race of the day, classified in P1. We're down to 129.1. Few more A plus. And let's see how we go then versus classified. This is a 1 versus 1. Hopefully, I don't want Lust getting involved here. Lust got involved in race 3. Obviously, I don't show all the races here. I just try and show the best of the bunch. And let's see what we can do here versus classified. Let's see how strong that Silvia actually is in towards the braking zone. We go a little bit deep for us there, but we stop it nicely. Get a better run out the corner. Down to 4 attempts, down to 3 attempts in terms of time here. We're getting very close then as we go through that left-hander. Through we go. And what is that gap? 3.5 attempts. So we're staying with classified then as we head towards this left-hander. If we get a good run through here, bit of slipstream, maybe we get the overtake done. That'll be done and dusted very quickly. Through the left we go then. And we continue on that. Oh, they're pulling away now. They're pulling away very quickly indeed. And once again, we're just losing out on the top end in this Porsche. It's going to make it very difficult to do beat the meta, I think, in this Porsche, because we're just struggling on that top end, and we've classified in here with that strength of the Silvia, the strength of the F-Type, and strength of the RCZ we saw earlier. It's going to be a bit of a struggle, this, I think. A bit of a struggle. A bit of boasted and through the right-hander. That curb's still not playing ball with me. We've got a big gap behind there to Mark and Janice. Shout out to you. He said hello every single time I race you today. So hello to you as well. As we head in to the left-hander, through we go. And I know you did say it's morning, not afternoon. The game says afternoon. I can't help what the game says with the quick messages. Just a bit of an odd conversation there. Anyway, back into the race then. Through we go. We're 6/10 off classified here. We advance towards the end, where the gap doesn't really change except increase to 1.4. Classified there, getting the victory at 7:34.150. Very quick race time there by Classified. Very well played indeed. It's going to be a tough old cookie, this one, to do beat the meta. So tough, in fact. We now jump to race number 7. Classified's not in it, but we are down to a 129.0. There definitely is a 28 in there in the Porsche. I want to say 128.7 is probably talking about the limits of this car. Well, hey, there could be more from a Super Radium. Here we go then. Lots more A-pluses in this one as well. So this is not going to be an easy run with Dizal in the F-Type behind. Bradders in the F-Type behind them as well. And we've got Silvia in there, Mark and Janice. Lots to play for here. Lots of action potentially going to happen here because we are doing beat the meta. And they are the meta cars. In towards Druids we go then through the right-hander. We're just keeping that for now. All settling down. Our biggest weakness is that straight. That's the straight we've got to worry about here. We've got to get as much of a gap as possible to maintain our position. So we're half a second up at the moment. That's a lot to ask for from Slipstream. So in towards the left we go. We get it done very nicely. Oh, it looked like this went a bit deep there. In fact, if we look in that rear view, they are side by side as we go down this straight. This is good for us. This is going to cost them lots of time now. I think that's Bradders alongside Dizzle then as we head towards the right-hander. It's going to look like a left-hander on that rear view camera as they go side by side. Still, that's going to cost them even more time. In fact, it's going to cost them so much time. We get to the end of the race. We're 6.5 seconds in the lead, and beat the meta is done. Happy days indeed. We've got A-pluses in there. We're in the Porsche. There's an A-plus even further down than that. So we've got A-pluses in. There's F-types. There's Silvias. They're all at the front because they are the meta cars. And we beat them in the Porsche. Happy days indeed. Now, I actually did win a beat the meta race earlier on in the day. I think it was with Mark and Janice, an A+ there. But I wanted to get a bit more A+ in there and show the strength of the car versus the F-Type and the Silvia. And that's what we got there in that race. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, including more beat the metas. And you can see one right there to click right now. That's going to be it for me, folks. Thank you again for watching. I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.